Hi everyone, Tim here with New Hope Games. Today, in this video, we're going to take a look at Missile Truck Modern Warfare. This was another new game that was recently released just a little bit over a couple weeks ago on June 30th. So this version you're going to see here today in this video is the current version right now that's live on the Google Play Store. Okay, so right here is the main menu, and we're not going to have access to leaderboards and achievements right now because I'm playing on the PC, okay? And another thing I want to mention about the PC, playing on this PC, this video could look a little bit, maybe a bit grainy because the resolution is 1366 by 768. This game is designed in that resolution, which fits the mobile games pretty good, okay, on the mobile devices. But this one here, my PC is running right now. It's running a 1920 with 1080, so 1080p. So it might at full screen, so it's going to look a little bit, probably not quite as detailed, but good enough. So right here is a tutorial, but all it is mostly just some information real quick, rather than drag you through some boring tutorial. I don't know if you like me and you don't like doing those, nor do I like spending too much time putting them in my game, but as a player I don't like doing them too often if it takes too long. So it just kind of briefly tells you really quick how to do everything right here, so it should answer most of your questions about how to play the game. Okay, so let's go back, and you got some options here, and difficulty, and the beeping sound is like a missile active sound. It means your missile is up and running. Okay, so it can be turned off, so if you find that annoying, I mean, you can turn it off, or, you know, tips. But we don't leave everything on, we leave everything just as default right now, okay? And so let's go ahead and hit start. And when you hit start, the first thing you come to is the briefing room. You see the briefing situation. You are now in the operations briefing room. Below is the current reported primary target as well as any secondary targets. Civilian buildings must be avoided, okay? Now, primary target is a landing ship. Secondary targets is gunboats and frigates. Okay, so active threats in area. Frigates and gunboats armed with multiple SAMs use countermeasures to evade. Okay, so this game uses a little bit of online Google methods, you know, to play. But right now you can see I can't watch reward videos because I'm on a PC right now. But I do have 11 million, and this was recently increased. Before, you only got 750,000 war bonds for watching a reward video. It's doubled. And you used to get only 1 million for rewards for checking in each day. So that's changed in the latest update. Now you get 5 million just for checking in. Because I want you all to play the game. I want you to be able to get, you know, have enough money to buy missiles and keep playing, you know. So we are attacking a ship. Now, the anti-ship missile is normally what you're going to choose, but you can choose anything. I would waste a SRBM on naval targets because they're not guaranteed to be too close together always. They might be, but you're going to want that blast radius, but you can still use this. I mean, if anything, it has more countermeasures, 8 compared to 6 and 4. But the only thing difference between this one and the surface-to-surface missile is the anti-ship missile has more fuel and 2 more countermeasures, because usually you got to fly out a little further with this you know, naval target than what you would on the land, you know. And so we're going to go ahead and grab one, all right, for this mission, and I'm going to hit engage. All right, now I'm going to select it. Now you have down here is where you select your missiles, ASM loaded, SSM, but you have to be in this position with the rack. If you try to load it, it'll tell you can't load it. Change it without this, like I'm going to show you. Missile must be lowered, so you have to lower, and you can change it once it's down. Okay, so we're going to go with the anti-ship missile, all right? And now let's launch it. And you're going to want to hear this, okay?
Mark 1, missile.
Off it goes. Okay, so now you have your heads-up display. Shows you altitude. It shows you have anti-ship missile, how much fuel remaining, how many countermeasures are remaining, and it shows your missile is active. Okay, so now we're searching for that landing ship. Okay, and I'm kind of going to keep my distance from anything like this, okay, because they will fire on me. You know, so let's go ahead and try to stay clear of those, because if we do, that's less countermeasures you have to worry about using. Why would I go over there and have to waste that? You definitely want to stay away from the frigate. You know, that one is also armed with a Sea Whiz. Okay, so let's just keep flying. We're going to keep our eye on our fuel the whole time. All right. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just watching the fuel, watching the fuel. These are civilian ships, but we can safely fly over them as long as you're not below 500 feet. You're not going to hit them. And there's quite a bit of warships right there. I still don't see the up. I launched or deployed the countermeasure just right there, and I was able to evade those missiles that were fired right there. Okay. There's quite a bit of ships, but so far I have not saw that landing ship that I'm looking for. So I'm going to continue flying, keeping my distance, and keeping my finger over this countermeasure button at all times, and deployed. Okay, deployed. So you see, we already down to 3, and we got a lot of ships right here, and we're close to some of them. And don't get too worried where you're going to be descending too much. Keep your eye on your altitude always. Okay, so man, we're gonna have to take a target, because you know what, we are getting too long. Let's go ahead after this. I'm deploying another countermeasure because I knew I was gonna get shot at. There we go. And guess what, he didn't even get a Sea Whiz off. You'll hear it, it'll rapidly shoot. So at least we got that. At least we got a little bit of war bonds. It's not going to pay for the missile, but at least I collected something. You want something rather than nothing, because I was about to run out of fuel. You know, so now we have a primary target as a missile truck convoy. Okay, so it's going to look like this, and these are secondary targets. So we're just going to go, you know, I could use the SRBM for that. You could also use anti-ship missiles, but, you know, you're paying $275 for those. I would not recommend doing that, but you can if you want. So let's go ahead and we're going to take an SRBM. How about that? We're going to use that. We're going to use that because worst case scenario, I mean, if I can't find this primary target, if there's a bunch of things together and I hit that area with this SRBM, it's going to destroy all of that, and I'm going to be collecting war bonds. So let's go ahead and we're going to do it. All right, out of missiles, these, because that's what I last selected. So we're going to load up SRBM.
Rack locked.
Rack lock. Let's go.
Mark 1, missile.
All right, so now we're looking for that missile truck convoy. Okay, so again, stay away from the SAMs if you see them. And you can destroy things like this too, but you know, you're not going to get a whole lot of war bonds unless it's a primary target, or unless if you have an SRBM and you destroy a lot of things together, you can. You got to watch out for these civilian targets now. You don't want that, because right now there isn't a penalty if you destroy civilian targets, but you should practice trying to avoid them, because soon they're going to be a penalty. A war bond fines when you destroy those deployed countermeasure. See, I could destroy these buildings right here and get quite a bit, but I'm still trying to go for that primary. I got plenty of fuel. SRBMs have way more fuel. Okay, so we're going to keep on going. We got, you know, a good amount of. We got 6 countermeasures left, so I'm going to keep on going. I'm not worried about nothing. So that's one thing good about these. They have a lot of fuel. They can fly a lot further, and you know, you get 8 countermeasures. You gotta watch these SAM launches, show them out in these buildings. You see right here, you know, you'll see them. They may not always shoot, but they're trying to get a lock on you. They're trying to get a shot. Okay, so we're gonna keep flying straight, keep flying, and let's just keep on going. You see another one there, so I'm trying to keep my distance. I'm trying. Okay, let's see. I still don't see that missile truck convoy, and I hope I do see it soon, but we got a ways to go. And as long as I got fuel and countermeasures, I'm going to keep flying. Because you do want to try to get that primary target. And it will be great if it's around a lot of other things because it can destroy them all at once with this. The blast radius is great. Notice 2 right here. Okay. So we're going to keep going. Alright. I still don't see it yet. Sometimes it takes a while. Other times you'll see it right away. Okay, so we have 3 countermeasures left, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Alright, let's keep going. Man. 2 countermeasures. Oh, okay, we're going to have to take it. Oh, man. There we go. I got that. I didn't mean to do it. I wasn't paying attention to my altitude, but hey, look at my war bonds. I got a little bit for each one of those. So, as you can see, sometimes if you get a good amount of targets together, these are 5 billion, but a lot of times they can kind of pay for themselves. But really, you want that primary target with a few other ones around. So that way you can keep your war funds and you can keep purchasing these missiles. And, you know, hopefully you can destroy enough to pay for your missiles and have a little bit extra. Okay, so that is Missile Truck Modern Warfare. The game is free and available right now on Google Play. I will put the link below in this video if you want to go try it yourself. And if you do and you like it, write a review. Let me know. Or if something's wrong, or if you're not liking it, tell me why. I mean, really, what I'm looking for is constructive criticism. I would rather no review. If you can write a review that just says, it sucks or something, at least tell me what you don't like about it. So, because these games are new and they're currently in development, so, they got plenty of room to improve. I can do so much with these. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.